Images in Capture One Express for Sony are stored in a catalogue. The catalogue offers powerful tools to organise, search for and filter your images. The catalogue will track the location of images and record information about those images, for example the adjustments you make. Images can be stored across a variety of storage mediums, whether that be on local hard drives or external hard drives or a mix of both. You can manage your catalogue in the Library tool tab. For images to display in the catalogue, they must be imported. This could be from a memory card or from an existing location on a hard disk. Click the import icon in the toolbar to open the import dialog. In this case, we will import images from an external hard drive. Import from shows the location of images to be imported. Memory cards will be automatically detected. Check the Include Subfolders box if you want to import from the selected folder and its subfolders. Capture One will import any supported image found in the subfolder structure. Under Import To, decide where to store the imported images. There are three choices here. Current location. The images will be left at their current location and referenced there. Inside Catalogue. Images will be managed by Capture One and copied inside the catalogue database file. This will create an all-in-one catalogue which is easy to move, share and back up. The final option, Choose Folder, is most suited when importing from memory card, as it is extremely unlikely we will reference images in a catalogue to a memory card. Therefore, a suitable location can be chosen. Choosing a collection in the pull-down window will automatically add those images to it. By default, they will be added to recent imports only. A collection is a term used to describe any collection of images, for example in an album or a fixed collection, such as the recent imports one just mentioned, or all images imported into the catalogue. The importer also offers options to backup or rename files on import. Basic metadata can be set here. To import images with a Capture One style or preset, choose it here. A style is simply a number of Capture One adjustments saved as one selectable option. A preset is a setting from one particular tool. Check the Auto Adjust box and Capture One will apply a number of auto adjustments best suited to the image. Click Import here and the import process will start. The activity monitor will open showing the import process. During this process, Capture One will create high-quality color-managed smart previews of every image. This ensures that you can actually browse the catalogue or adjust images even if the raw files are unavailable, for example on a hard drive that is not currently attached. The Library tool is divided into three areas: Catalogue Collections, User Collections and Folders. The content of the Catalogue Collections area cannot be changed and shows fixed collections of all the images in the current catalogue, recent imports, recent captures and the trash. Catalogue organisation takes place in the User Collections area. We will return to that shortly. The Folders area shows a summary of the location of images that have been imported into the catalogue. The subheading Catalogue shows if there are any images stored inside the catalogue. Below we will see the system folder structure of images that have been imported and referenced at their current location. Images can simply be dragged and dropped between folders. This action is always a move action. The raw files will not be duplicated. Remember to always complete actions like this within Capture One so that the catalogue database can keep track of changes. If images or folders are moved at the system level, the catalogue will lose the link to the raw file and the image will be shown as offline. It is still possible to re-establish the correct location of these in Capture One by right-clicking on the image and choosing Locate. Alternatively, any folder can be synchronized for changes. This means the catalogue will then correctly reflect the contents of a folder if images have been deleted or added. The smart previews that Capture One created earlier are of high enough quality to be worked on offline. For example, if the external hard drive that contains these folders is ejected, they are still visible and can be worked on in the catalogue. Offline folders are marked with a question mark icon, and similarly, offline images are marked the same and also with the text offline. However, it is still possible to browse the folders and make adjustments on the images, but the images cannot be exported. The power of catalogs lies in the ability to infinitely organize your images how you want without creating copies or changing locations on disk. This is done in the User Collections area of the Library tool. Clicking on the plus icon to the right gives 4 options to create albums, smart albums, projects and groups. These are all organizational items that you can use to help organize your catalog of images. An album is a simple collection of images. It has a custom name, and images or groups of images can simply be drag and dropped into it. A smart album will automatically change its collection contents based on its defined search criteria. For example, a simple album that only contains 5-star images can be created like so. Name your smart album and set the search criteria by clicking on the plus button and selecting the filter items. Simple search presets can be found and saved here. Now any image that fits the criteria of the smart album is automatically added. To help organize your catalog, think about placing albums and smart albums into projects. Create a project in the same way as we did for creating albums and smart albums. Now albums and smart albums can be dragged into the project. Smart albums outside of any project will populate from the entire catalog. Smart albums placed in a project will only populate with images from that project. A final element to organizing a catalog are groups. Groups are a free-form organizing item and can be used to organize the User Collections area further. One of the main benefits of working in a catalog is the ability to search for images at speed with a variety of search criteria. This is done in the Filters tool. The Filters tool indicates which images in the currently selected collection match the criteria chosen in the Filters tool. Therefore, when switching collections, the Filters tool values change as well. To search the entire catalog of images, select the All Images shortcut. Enter text-based search terms here. This will search all file names and metadata. To clear any filter criteria, click on the X icon. To filter images by certain criteria, click on the corresponding radio button. To combine filter criterias, Option or Alt-click a further radio button. To make sure all filters criteria is to be matched, check the following option in the Filters contextual menu. Further filter categories can be shown by choosing the Show Hide Filters option. Check any option to make it available. Finally, filtered results can be converted into album or smart album collections. Once the correct filtered results are obtained, click on the orange Browse button. Active filters are automatically shown in the Advanced Search dialog. Click on the Create Album with Current Images button or the Create Smart Album button. The album will remember the selection you have made. Create a name for your album. The album or smart album will be created in the User Collections area.